So, if you run a specialized IT consultancy, you know this feeling, right? It's this weird paradox. The more you grow, the less time you actually have to do the work that made you so successful to begin with. Today, we're going to dive into a business model that's built to solve that exact problem, helping you scale your firm without getting lost in that constant sales grind. I mean, this is it, isn't it? This is the daily reality for so many expert consultants. You're an absolute master of complex system rollouts, but you're also basically a full-time business developer. You're constantly juggling new proposals while trying to deliver on your current projects. Honestly, it's a recipe for burnout, and for a lot of firms, it's the biggest thing holding them back. And yeah, these are the hurdles that keep so many brilliant firms from ever reaching their true potential. You've got the super high overhead of a sales team, that constant pressure to keep the project pipeline from drying up, and let's be real, the massive challenge of just getting your foot in the door with those top-tier enterprise clients. But what if? What if there was a way to just bypass all of that? What if you could just focus on delivering amazing work and let someone else handle the rest? Okay, so this is where a totally different approach comes into play. The strategic partnership. The idea is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Instead of just being some lead source that throws names over the fence, a real strategic partner, like the company Intequra that we're using as a case study here, they actually integrate with your firm. They handle the client acquisition, the contracting, all that administrative headache. It's kind of like outsourcing your entire business development arm. So what does that actually look like in the real world? How does a partnership like this help a consultancy grow, faster and smarter? Let's break down the tangible benefits of this model. Well, the first thing you're going to see, and probably the most obvious, is the impact on your revenue. But look, it's not just about getting more work, it's about getting the right work. A good strategic partner curates a stream of high-value projects that are a perfect match for your specific skill set, so your team isn't wasting a single minute on opportunities that just aren't a good fit. Okay, but what about reaching bigger clients? The global ones? How do you even begin to do that without sinking a ton of cash into an expensive international sales team? Well, this is where a strategic partner becomes your global sales engine, bringing you opportunities you would probably never get access to on your own. Now, here's a really interesting idea: borrowed credibility. Big enterprise companies are, let's face it, pretty risk-averse. They'd often rather go with a big, known name than take a chance on a smaller, specialized firm, even if you're the best in the world. By partnering with an established brand, you get to leverage their reputation. It helps you get in the door and win the trust of those big players. And look, when you put all of these pieces together, what do you get? A massive, massive boost in your operational efficiency. Just think about it for a second. What could your team accomplish if they could take all the time they spend on sales, on contracts, on admin, and put it back into what they do best: delivery? What would that do for your business? And hey, this isn't just theory, right? Listen to this quote from Sarah Jenkins at TechFlow Solutions. She says her firm was able to double their utilization rate. Doubled! All by offloading their business development. That's a powerful, real-world example of how this model can completely transform a consultancy. And here's another great point from Michael Chang at Vertex HR Systems. For this model to really work, the network has to be exclusive. He mentions the vetting process was tough, but that's what protects the quality of the opportunities. The payoff, as he says, is getting access to a level of client that most specialized firms could only dream of reaching by themselves. Okay. We've talked about all the good stuff, but I know what you're thinking. Let's talk about the money. How does it actually work? Any partnership worth its salt has to be built on total transparency. No hidden fees, no surprises. So there are usually a few different ways you can earn revenue. The main one is through project delivery, where your firm takes the lead and you earn the lion's share. But then there's also staff augmentation, placing your people on longer-term gigs. And hey, there's often even a referral bonus if you bring new clients into the network. But let's just pause on this one number for a second, because it's the big one: 70 to 85%. In this model, that's the slice of the pie you typically get on the projects you deliver. The partner's cut covers all that sales, admin, and quality assurance they're handling for you. That's a pretty incredible return on your expertise. All right, so if this is sounding pretty good to you right now, you're probably asking, how do I get in? Let's walk through what that path to partnership typically looks like. The whole process is really designed to be super straightforward. It all starts when you apply, showing off your expertise and success stories. Then the partners team vets your application to make sure you're a solid fit for the network. Once you're approved, you get onboarded and gain access to a portal with all these exclusive opportunities. And from there, you just do what you do best, deliver great work with their support. Now, it's got to be said, to keep the value of the network high for everyone, it has to be an exclusive ecosystem. And that's not to be intimidating or to keep people out. It's all about making sure every member is a true expert. It protects the quality for the clients and for the partners. So, who is the perfect fit for this model? Well, we're talking about firms with deep, proven expertise in those big enterprise systems. SAP, Oracle, Salesforce. You need a solid track record of successful projects, a team of certified consultants with credentials to back it up, and, this is the big one, a real deep commitment to transparent communication and high-quality delivery. So let's end with this question. What does the future of consulting really look like for you? Is it going to be an endless grind, constantly competing, constantly chasing that next lead? Or could it be something more collaborative? A world where experts like you can focus purely on delivering transformative projects, the work you actually love? That's really the question every consultancy owner needs to be asking